Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films, and today we are starting Bocchi The Rock. Funny enough, if you watched my previous reaction series, which was Kaguya-sama Love at War, Love is War. How did I screw that up? I must be tired. Anyway, Love is War. At the end of the last episode that we did, I said that we were going to be doing this in the dub. There's no dub. It's just in Japanese. That's entirely okay, though. I just didn't realize that until I pulled it up today. I was like, wait a second. No. They never dubbed this show. That's okay. We'll just watch it sub. The sub never bothered me anyway. The dub never bothered me anyway either. I'm all for either sub or dub. So, just this time we're just doing sub, which is interesting. I think this is the first time I've watched a show where there just is no dub to it. At least on here. I've watched some other shows like that. Anywho. Here's what I know going into this. I do know that Bocchi, our main character, is the most socially awkward person of all time. I know that's like a big thing, is she's really socially awkward. And things will go crazy, and there's something about a band. That's it. That's the most I know. I think that's like the most basic premise of the show. Aside from that, I really don't know anything else. So, that's pretty much where we are. If you are new to the channel, hi, welcome in. It's nice to have you. Well, it is nice to have you. I'm just trying to think of something to say. I don't normally greet any new people. But maybe you are new, maybe you're not. We got a lot of anime reactions. In fact, most of the channel now is kind of anime reactions, I'm going to be honest. That said, we do also have a lot of Doctor Who reactions, and currently I'm also going through The Sopranos, which is really fun to be doing. Let me tell you, today I'm recording Vinland Saga, Bocchi The Rock, Frieren, and The Sopranos. It's a very interesting police lineup of television shows. But anyway, yeah. Also, you may be looking around the YouTube video and thinking, well, where's the reaction? This is a reaction, isn't it? Well, it is, technically. But the reaction is not in this video. There's a link down in the description and in the pinned comment where that link has the reaction, basically. I don't put it in the actual YouTube video because of copyright. I've tried before. I tried once to do the thing that other channels do where they put stuff over the footage, and it just didn't work. So I was just like, yeah, okay, we're not doing that. So pretty much what you do is head down in the description or into the pinned comment, click the link. That is just the normal edited reaction. It is the first episode of the season, so there's a second link down there that'll get you the full unedited reaction. Basically, what you do is you hit play on that. There'll be a count into 3, 2, 1, and then that's when you hit play on your copy of this episode. I'm not giving you the footage of the whole episode because we're already trying to avoid Japan's lawyer ninjas. We don't need to give them more fuel. So anyway, I'm watching this on Crunchyroll. It's probably on other sites that you can find. And either way, whether you watch the full unedited reaction or the edited reaction, I do encourage you to come back to this YouTube video because we're going to go into the discussion that we do after the episode. I've got my notes here that I will write about the episode, and we'll have a good old time watching this. And we're going to rock out with our clocks out. Get out your clocks. It's 11:41. So, with that said, this has been the most awkward first intro I've ever had, but maybe that's appropriate. Maybe that's appropriate for where we're going. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Nobody cares. So, why don't we just jump right into episode 1 of Bocchi The Rock. Here we go. Oh, we're going to rock out. You know what I like? I'm going to be honest, because it's I don't know, there's something about, the music itself that also kind of pulls me in. Look, when I was in middle school, my dad was also a teacher. So he drove me to school every day. And early, also, because we had to get there early because he was a teacher. he would always have classic rock on the radio. And that was pretty much just what I listened to in middle school and high school, because the high school was right next to the middle school, so he still was driving me everywhere anyway. And after that, I pretty much just still listen to classic rock. I don't really know modern bands and stuff, but basically all of this to say that the way they actually rock out, I'm way into, you know? I love it's like, oh, she requested a song to be put over the PA, and it was a death metal song. Like, hell yes, let's go, you know? So that's already one plus of this show for me, is I'm very much into what they are playing, you know? Like, this isn't a show about, like, you know, Japanese idols or, you know, any other kind of pop or hip-hop band. Like, no, they're here to rock, and I am so ready for that. And even just, like, you know, when they're talking about it, it's like, oh, we can beat them with I'll beat them with my bass guitar. It's like, yeah, Bloodshed is pretty rock. Yeah, it's like, hell yeah, let's go. And, like, this isn't just rock. This is some actual rock and roll going on, you know? That's great. Let's go. I know that's a weird thing to be like, yeah, let's go, Bloodshed. No, but still. You know what's really funny? I like that with this show, like with was it Ryo and Nijiki, the two of them meeting Hitori, like, I love that they are immediately invested in her and want to help her. Because as the audience, that's where we're at, you know? At least that's where I'm at. I'm immediately endeared to this girl, and I want to see her succeed, you know? I want to, like, just in these little moments is like, oh, man, I'm proud of you. Like, look, our little girl is growing up. It's like, literally 25 minutes ago, I didn't know any of this. I didn't have these feelings. But now I'm just like, come on, baby girl, you can do this. So I like that. I like that the two of them are immediately, like, endeared to her and want to help her grow and everything, you know? And the two of them are kind of weird, you know? You've got Nijiki, who's very clearly the, like, you know, the extrovert of the group, the excited, happy extrovert who will take in everyone. I mean, this is the joke, you know? Like, how do introverts make friends? They don't. An extrovert finds them, likes them, and keeps them. That is exactly what has happened to Hitori in this. I don't know if I'm going to be, like, going back and forth between saying Hitori or Bocchi. I'll probably... I don't know. I don't know if I'll settle on one of those, or if I'll just be going back and forth. For today, I think I'm going to go with Hitori, so... But yeah. But, like, it's very clear, like, with that, it's like she is, you know... She is the extrovert, excited, happy girl. Ryo, I like because it's like, you would think she would kind of be socially awkward, but it's a thing of like, Hitori can't talk to people. From what I'm gathering, Ryo just doesn't want to, you know? Like, there is a difference between a socially awkward person and a quiet person, you know? And that's kind of what I'm getting out of Ryo, you know? That Ryo, you know, she'll talk when she needs to, but otherwise she's not the talkative one, you know? That's what Nijiki is for. Clearly, Nijiki found her, and then, you know, and then liked her, and then they formed this band. They used to have a guitarist. I wonder if that's going to come back. The original guitarist. I don't know. We'll have to see. But now, they have found their new awkward, quiet guitarist, band member being Hitori, so... But yeah, but I also like, I mean, just that moment, you know, where it's like, because, like, look, I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot I can relate to here. Now, granted, I had friends in high school, you know? I did have friends in high school, but, like, every introvert dreams of that moment of glory, you know? That moment of glory. Now, for me, in my head, it was not as obtainable. It was not as attainable as Hitori. Hitori, she wants to put on a song at the Culture Festival. That is difficult, but she could do it, She might do it in this school, in high school. For me, obviously, my initial thoughts are, well, clearly, I'm going to be amazing, and I'm going to save the day in some, action hero and or Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist way. Those are the things that run through my mind. Of course, obviously, running through my mind is also the thought, well, of course it's never going to fucking happen. But the thoughts keep going. They keep going. Ugh. So, I get it, It's just that for Hitori, she found something plausible, And I like that moment where, she sees on TV the guy saying, bands, even in a band, an extrovert or an introvert can shine. Wow, I screwed that up. All right. Even in a band, an introvert can shine. And that was motivation for her. And I like that moment too, where her dad's all happy, she's finally taking an interest in the guitar. Let's go! He clearly used to be a guitarist. That also reminds me, I don't know who this was. I don't know, but there was someone I remember I once heard. They had it was a guy that had 3 daughters, and he taught all 3 of them how to play guitar, specifically so that his daughters will never just be impressed by a guy that plays guitar, It's no. It's you're not going to date someone just because they play a guitar. You got to find someone legit. So it's just that's such an interesting thing. But to her, obviously for Hitori, it's a genuine interest in the guitar, And 3 years, and she did it. She did it. She figured it out. She got 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, doing covers under the name Guitar Hero. The thing, because we talked about at the beginning of this video that there is no dub for this show, makes you wonder, if there had been a dub, what would they have had to have changed Guitar Hero to? Because while it seems like it's just a normal, Guitar Hero, but because that's a trademarked name of a former video game series, that's obviously doesn't really happen, not really put out anymore, but still, I wonder if they would have had to have changed that. That's one of those dub things that I always love catching on to, is what names do they have to change? Because, in the West, that's not going to fly, whereas in Japan, apparently nobody gives 2 shits, And then the whole thing of I'll take my guitar with me, and I'll dress like a rock girl, and then people will talk. You cannot assume that they will come to you. Except that is exactly what happened. So, to her credit, that is exactly what happened to her. So, there was also the other girl, the girl with the red hair, that noticed her. It's that was someone with a guitar, but she's not in the band. Maybe she was the original guitarist. I don't know. Maybe she'll come back and be the original guitarist. I don't know. I mean, the band doesn't have a singer, so I don't know. I don't know if we're going to need that at some point. But and guitar was another thing, when I was a kid, where I was just I'll play guitar because it's so cool, Never did. I did take a band class in middle school. I played, which is interesting. Well, I don't know. Do they have band class in Japan? I never see that in anime. Not that anime is a very good, judge of Japanese culture. But, I don't know. Do they? I don't know. I would assume they do, though. You have marching bands, I'm sure. But yeah, in 6th and 7th grade, I was in band class, but I took percussion. And for the first year, during 6th grade, what we had to do was use what we called the bells. It was a xylophone, basically. A metal xylophone, I guess. I don't know, maybe bells is the other name, but that's what we called it, at least. We mostly played that. It was in 7th grade that we stopped doing that pretty much, and we started using all the other percussion instruments, the snare drum, the bass drum, cymbals, stuff like that. And I was great at those, but between 6th and 7th grade, I completely forgot how to play the bells. And so when in 7th grade, when we did still have to play the bells, I would just stand there and I'd just be like, I do not remember what any of these notes are. And at that point, I started to stop caring. I stopped caring, so I didn't really get better. And my teacher noticed it, definitely, and I think she called me out on it once privately, but, like, she called me out on it once of, like, oh, why aren't you doing this? And I was just like, I don't remember. And then I didn't really play it after that, because it's just, I don't know. She started putting me on the bass drum and the snare drum and stuff, so... yeah, I was good at that. I remember at the end of 7th grade, because I knew I wasn't going to go for another year with band. I just wasn't enthused about it. Oh god, Crunchyroll just crashed. Oh, my internet is out. What the hell? Okay, and we're good. That was weird. Oh, don't replay the episode. Here, just there. Okay, jeez. I just went back to the show listing. Oh my god. My internet went out for a second. Jeez. Glad that didn't happen during the episode, at least. Anyway, what was I saying? So at the end of 7th grade, I was like, I knew I wasn't going to come back for another year of that. So we had like this, we were going to do this like Lord of the Rings song. This was like in the last 2 weeks of class. And it was a Lord of the Rings song, I think. And basically we were starting practice it, but they were going to continue it the following year. And I was on bass drum, but the bass drum didn't come in until like the second or third page or so. And so basically those 2 weeks, we never got that far, like as we were practicing. So those 2 weeks, I just stood there and did nothing because they just never got to my part. So that was dope. Anywho. But that is one of those things, like, you would think... I mean, I don't know, I guess they don't have guitar in like, at least not in my band class. What, 15 years ago now? Oh my god. More than that. Nearly... well, it would have been... 16, 17 years ago now? Holy crap. So, but I don't know. Anyway. But yeah. But now, Hitori, she... Luckily, someone did find her. It took a whole embarrassing day of not being noticed to have someone finally notice her, but someone did. Nijiki, you just gotta wait for the right extrovert, you know? And then I like that, at the beginning it's like, oh, you suck. But it's just because you're not used to this. You're not used to playing in a band. And so they're walking her through it and stuff. And then I also like, first off, I like that she loves the club. Because it's like, it's dark, it's stuffy, it's just like, oh, that's home to her, like she understands that environment so much. But then I love the fact that they let her play in a box. Like, that was really funny that they let her play in a box. And she was comfortable with that. And I'm sure they practiced just a little bit more to get the syncs down, And then, yeah, while they weren't amazing, they're like, hey, doesn't matter. We're going to work on this, We're going to work on this and we're going to get better. They're not abandoning her immediately. They're going to work on this. They're going to get better. And it's just, and then, yeah, just at the end when she's like, oh, I'm going to go and talk to one of my classmates. And Rio is just like, so much growth. It's just like, seriously, like, we have watched so much happen in this one episode. Like, I'm so proud of her. It's like, obviously this is the point, especially in a lot of anime, but it's just like, I love in just one episode, I am completely endeared to her and I want to watch her grow, It's just like, it's like, after 25 minutes, I am just like, if anyone touches her, I will murder them and then I will probably murder myself, in Minecraft, in Minecraft. We have to put the in Minecraft, but you know what I mean. It's just like, if like, I will protect her at all costs. That is how much I am immediately endeared to her. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are. That's where we're leaving off. We've got, we got 11 more episodes. It's only a 12-episode season. I did see there should be a second season, but we don't know when the second season's going to come out, apparently. But yeah, this will be fun. Nice. Either way, this will be a nice short season before we move on to something else, and I think we're gonna have a good time. So yeah. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Bocchi reactions, all one of them right now, as well as another video on screen. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.